What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackalope here, Rob Ricks. I'm gonna tell you a story that only a few people I think I've only told this to a few people. There was I met this girl online, and no, I take that back. I didn't meet this one. I didn't meet online. I met her at a coffee shop. I think this was a coffee shop or something along that lines. I ran into her and I introduced myself and I said hi. She said hi. I said, please don't take this the wrong way, but you are by far one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And she smiled. And I said, I would very much like to take you out to dinner, if that'd be okay with you. She was like, yeah, that's fine. So we exchanged information, and she was tatted up. She was kind of rockabilly. She was Chinese chick, real cool looking. And so I decided I was going to wear my leather pants, my dragon shirt, some chains, and some other stuff. And so I show up. We go out. We have good dinner, great dinner. And she invites me back to her place. And I'm like, hell yeah, let's go, right? We get there. And I hear breathing behind the door as we approach it. And I'm like, what the fuck? There's something there. And she opens it, and there's this big fucking dog. I shit you not. This was one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen in my life, face to face. I think they're called mastiffs. It was a mastiff mixed with a Rottweiler, I think. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, he comes barreling out, and I just stand my ground because I'm not afraid of dogs. I have killed quite a few dogs, and I'm not afraid of them. And before you take that out of context, I've been attacked by dogs and I've killed them. So don't get it twisted. But anyway, he comes out and he stands there and he kind of looks at me and I look at him, and he looks at her and he looks back at me, and he goes back into the apartment. She goes, "Come on." So I go in, close the door, and I sit down, and at the restaurant where we were eating Chinese food, some of the sauce had spilled off the plate and had gotten on my leather pants. And so she saw that. She was like, "Oh man, it's going to ruin your pants." And so, I'm cleaning the pants, and the dog, whose name was Boscoe comes up and just starts licking my pants. And I'm like, well, shit, if it's okay. She's like, I don't care. So Bosco's licking up the pants, and he's just a big bundle of love. And she's like, that is the weirdest shit. Boscoe doesn't like anybody but me. I go, well, there's always a first time for everything. And, I'm spitting game, and it seems really good, receptive, and everything. And then I fucked up. Somehow I fucked up, and we got on the topic. I know what it was. She had some scars on her arm, heroin scars. So I just saw that, and I looked at it, and I said, how long have you been clean? And she looked down, she saw it. She said, I've been clean for 5 years. I said, it's probably none of my business, and I'm sorry I brought it up. She's like, no, it's completely fine. And then I really fucked up, and I asked her, how, what was the reason you got clean? What helped you kick? Because heroin is really fucking hard to break away from. Once it's got you, it usually takes a really profound incident to break you loose. So then she told me this horrific story about her and her ex-boyfriend were living together, and they were always just spiraling. She went to go get clean. He said, hey, I got my dad's shotgun. Let's go sell it so we can get high. And she said, no, I wanna get clean. I want us to get clean. And she said, I'm not going to support you and have you, continue the cycle. And she walked out the door, and then he blew his own head off. And I was like, fuck. I am not going to get any ass, any play, anything tonight after all of this fucking horrendous shit we just talked about. And sure enough, that date just went fucking stone cold after that. And I told her, hung out for a little while longer, like another hour or so. And then I said, yeah, this is getting late. And I said, well, I had a good time. I enjoyed your company, and I hope we can do it again. She's like, yeah, totally. And I left. I gave Bosco a nice little under his chin there, which he really enjoyed, and back behind his ears. And I gave her a hug, and I bounced out. And every time I tried to call her, which was only 3 times, I have a 3-strike rule. I called her once, left a message. I called 2 weeks later, left a message. Called a week after that, left a message, nothing. So I said, fuck it. So after that, I deleted her phone number and never tried to call her back again. But yeah, that was, the funny thing is, I think her name was Lisa, but I remember Bosco more than anything. I remember that big fucking dog. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys because, that's one of those memories that's still pretty ingrained, still there, still fairly vivid after all these years. And it was because of just how quick the emotion can flip and change. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But anyway, I just want to share it with you guys. Alright guys, if you like it, please subscribe. Tell your friends. Until next time, please be good to each other.